A note on serendipity. This is a very good love story, even if it is somewhat far-fetched, I think, in parts. I mean, it's fine to think destiny, to provoke fate, but to my mind, to think that a $5 bill note goes around, and comes back to potolește-te, one in a few hundred million users, men and women who use banknotes in America, to limit to America. So it travels around and comes back to one of the protagonists, and not just that, but then the book is offered to the man. Well, the book, I hesitated because the book makes more sense. Yes, you could get that, and I will come back to this. But both the banknote and anyway, it's like a fairy tale. If we take it as a fairy tale, that's fine. And John Cusack is very good as Jonathan Traeger. I think I preferred somewhat Kate Beckinsale as Sarah Thomas. Um, uh, John Cusack is fine as Jonathan Traeger, but he is less credible to me as a male protagonist, as the knight in shining armor, the lover, the modern Romeo, let's say. But I may be wrong. He wasn't by any means bad. No, as I said, he was good, maybe very good, not exceptional. That's my take on this. As opposed to Kate Beckinsale, which has a charm and an ingenuity. She's ingenuous. Wait, potolește-te. She is fresh, innocent to these eyes, and attractive, and close to the role of Juliet in our day and age. So they met near Christmas. They test fate from the beginning. He says, let's meet again. Let's exchange. Let's have numbers, names. But she's reluctant. She thinks fate will do it. So what they do is he writes his number on a $5 bill, as I mentioned, and the idea is for the bill to come back. And then she says, look, I have this Garcia Marquez, by the way, included on the list of best 100 novels, live in the time of cholera. I, for one, prefer 100 años de soledad, 100 years of solitude. But still, Gabriel Garcia Marquez, Love in the Time of Cholera. So on this book, I'll write my name and number. And if it comes back to you, look at bookshops. I will sell it tomorrow. And, well, if it's meant to be, your book will get to you. And as I said, this makes more sense because indeed he's going to all the old book, second-hand book shops, sellers on the street, and then looks for the... And then his lover, because they're both involved at the time when they meet with other people. So his lover and would-be wife, at one point, in fact, as a wedding gift, he's supposed to get married. Jonathan, look, this is my wedding gift for you. I've seen you looking for the book in shops, so he was actually looking for the number. So and the number is there. Fate, huh? Fairy tale. And indeed, after this meeting, years later, they're both supposed to get married. And it's also a tale, maybe a meditation on invitation to meditate on fate, if you believe it or not. First of all, I don't think this is all I'm doing and saying now it's predestined, and then if it happens, a bird will fall from the sky on my head. And, that's to an extent preposterous. That some things happen and maybe causes and effects, and then that cause. I will not get into some of this. I mean, some things are ordained, but because of a butterfly which caused the storm in the butterfly effect. So the other thing which was a bit over the top, if you don't take the fairy tale scenario, was the fact that they didn't know each other. They met by chance. I mentioned that, but somehow people in their entourage, the best friend of Sarah, knows the would-be wife of Jonathan, and they meet before the wedding. That's really out of. We come back to the 6 degrees of separation, to the Bacon effect. Bacon, not effect, ratio, number, Kevin Bacon, and actors that are connected in Hollywood, but there's no more time for this now.